You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
I don't know until Sunday. But we got a game to win, and we're gonna be celebrating our seniors, obviously. But it always seems like it's a game in which we got to win, so we got to go out there and win the game and compartmentalize. Celebrate them when it's time to celebrate them, but when the game is up, so it's a business game for us. But they've been, probably the most successful class in our, in the history of our program. That's saying a whole lot. It really is saying a whole lot. We won, 2 championships with this class, and they did what they said they were coming here to do. I guess specifically Raven, because Raven didn't say one. It was plural with her, and hopefully we're in the mix to win another one.
We talked about how Coach Don Staley said that the 2021 class is her most winningest class in the history of the program. I mean, they go through 4 years of basketball, 4 SEC titles, 2 national championships with a chance to win the third one. You think of Raven Johnson. Will she go pro now? I mean, we saw her participate in this senior day. Will she go pro? She hasn't really addressed that decision so far. We don't know if she's coming back. But that's something to keep an eye on, because Raven Johnson was definitely participating in the senior ceremonies today, I should say, with her family there and everything. So it seems like maybe, possibly, I don't want to speculate, but it seems like she could be making that move to go ahead and jump to the WNBA, which I think, she would be a solid backup point guard for any roster that is needing a backup point guard to come and run that second unit to defend. She's not known as a scorer, but she can score the basketball. The jump shot will definitely be something to work on. But with her IQ, her rebounding ability, her assist, her ability to play make and read the floor, Raven Johnson, I think, does have a future in the WNBA, as well as Breezy Hall and Sania Feagin, man. This class in 2021 has done something historical. They've done nothing but win games. And I think, too, in this day and age where you're talking about players transferring for not getting playing time, like, they all waited their turn. Raven hit the floor first, went through some injuries, but I think they all matured as people, as players. They wrote it out, played behind a lot of WNBA talent, learned the system, earned Coach Don Staley's trust, and have all been contributors, man. So I think, this senior class is super special. They've had their trials, tribulations. They've been called out for underperforming, especially this season. This is the most that they've ever lost in their careers at South Carolina, and they have just continued to push through the pressure, get knocked down, and get back up again, man. But this class is truly special. Breezy Hall, knockdown shooter, elite defender, really waited her turn to become a starter for the first time last year. And Sania Feagin, talk about waiting your time, man. I mean, she really didn't get legitimate playing time till really last year, I should say, and then this year too, but really last year. This is her first year. She waited 4 years to be a starter, man. So, you got to salute the patience, the poise, the trust, the belief in this program, in this culture, how they help carry the torch to the next generation, like a Tessa Johnson, like a Malaysia Fulwiley, like a Joyce Edwards. Like, they have really set the tone and been great leaders and role models for this program over the last 4 years. You talk about 4 SEC titles, man, like, unprecedented. 2 national championships, unprecedented, like, winning big ball games, and they've all 3 contributed. They've all been pillars of this program for several years. And I think it just shows a testament when you talk about the classes that have come through South Carolina and Don Staley's tenure, and she herself is putting this class in elite company, saying it's the most successful, most winningest. Like, the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie, man. I think that it just shows a lot of character for this team. I think that they have been the backbone of this team. Even if it hasn't always shown up in the box score or in production, even if they have lost minutes to other players or lost opportunities, they've continued to be leaders. They've continued to keep the energy up, keep the morale up, be present, even when they're not on the court. going hard in practice, just setting that standard and remaining and carrying that standard that was established even before they got there, man. So I think senior day was super special for this 2021 class. I'm wondering if Raven Johnson is deciding to make that leap to the WNBA, or will she come back and run the show next year and use that, use the year that she has left? I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate, but her family was there. She participated in all the senior day ceremonies and shenanigans, and she was there. So I'm just saying, there may be, a little writing on the wall there that could be her decision. But salute to them, man. This class has earned everything. They have been gritty. They have been grinding for the last 4 years. They've taken everybody's best shot. They've taken criticism, and they've continued just to hold their heads high, man. And this success, like, we will be talking about this class in 10 years when they come back to visit. Yo, Tournament Tessa was absolutely in the building. And I released a video earlier talking about the emergence of Tessa Johnson as well as March Tahina Pow Pow. So y'all definitely go check out that video. But yeah, man, this class I think was just a very special class. Like, salute to everything that they've accomplished. And they go out with a bang right now. I'm not even saying they're going out with a bang because they're not done yet. They get the number one seed. They get a share of the regular season title, but they are absolutely not done yet. This team has national championship aspirations, man. If this class goes out with a third national championship and goes out as back-to-back champions, I mean, we got to be talking about one of the best classes in women's college hoops history, period. Not just South Carolina, but women's college hoops, period, man. Like, Sania Feagin, along with Raven Johnson, along with Breezy Hall, man, this 2021 class has just been incredible. And I know it's one of the most fan favorite classes of South Carolina as well, man. South Carolina Gamecock Nation, y'all ride for Raven Johnson, man. And you gotta love the energy. She overcame a lot when they lost that championship and they had to replace 5 starters. Like, man, that embarrassment that she suffered on a national scale, one of the most watched NCAA game ever for women's. Caitlin Clark waving her off, and she came back and got her revenge the next season, man, with 5 new starters, bro. Like, you talk about perseverance and overcoming adversity. She could have just shut down and really got down on herself. And Raven Johnson showed that just determination, that dog, that she wasn't going to be stopped. I mean, that's just a testament to this 2021 class, man. And you just got to salute them. Just a testament to this class. This senior class is special, and they have been. They're not the most highly touted, wasn't the most, decorated coming into, didn't have the highest expectations of any class to ever come in South Carolina. But when you talk about them reaching their peak and just doing nothing but winning, man, you gotta salute them. You gotta salute them. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that 2021 class and just how special they were, man. In the senior day, I don't know if Raven Johnson's gonna go pro, but she was participating in all the senior day ceremony activities today. Had her family there, had the jersey, like she was honored today as a senior. So I'm just saying, maybe she is giving us that writing on the wall that she's headed to the WNBA. That will be something to monitor. But I tell you what. This team is playing great basketball. They handled Kentucky, did a great job with Georgia Moore, first 4 turnovers, had like 10 steals. Tahina Pow Pow was back in her bag, just on both sides of the floor, pep in her step. Love what we saw. I think Tessa Johnson shot the lights out. One of the best 3-level scorers on this team, if not the best. Hit the 3. Teams tried to run her off the 3. She hit them with the ball fake, got to the mid-range game. Went out, got to the cup and scored as well. Like, March Tessa is in full effect, and it's looking like, man, we'll have a rematch between Tennessee and South Carolina. Guys, if this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share. Join our memberships. We got exclusive content daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV as well. Thank y'all so much for joining in to the live. Like we mentioned, man, the SEC number 1 top seed in the tournament came down to a coin toss that benefited South Carolina today. Yeah. And this team is rolling heading into the tournament. Them and Texas. I mean, no disrespect to OU, no disrespect to LSU, no disrespect to Kentucky, but it seems like we're destined to see round 3 Texas versus South Carolina, man. And if that is the case, I'm expecting a straight dogfight for that tournament title. Whoever comes out of the SEC, man, is going to be battle tested. I just saw Alabama, play a really tough game today as well against OU. That was a really good game. Ole Miss and LSU going at it right now. Like this SEC tournament, I think it's going to be somewhat unpredictable. There's going to be upsets. There's going to be great storylines. There's going to be breakout stars. Like everything that you could want from a conference tournament, I think we're about to get in the SEC for sure. Shaquem, welcome in, welcome in. Ornament Tessa. How about that? And I think Raven is limited. She was one of the worst PDs I've ever seen at SC. Henny and Ty Harris was so much better. I mean, Raven, I think, has been there so long in the spotlight, it's easy to nitpick her game. Yeah, she is limited offensively. I think that's something she can address with the jump shot. But I like what we saw today with her being more aggressive. At least, like, she was hunting for her offense today. She was aggressive today, and I like that. Like, she was in attack mode. Her basketball IQ, her court vision, though, I don't think can be overlooked. Her defensive prowess, being able to just take a point guard on the opposite team completely out of the game. Like, she's a disruptor. She's an elite rebounder for her position. Like, Raven is limited offensively, but she definitely has a lot of other areas where she's extremely efficient. And so, I got to salute her for that. And, she's just been there a while. We've seen her play a lot of basketball. The thing that her calling card has been, though, is winning. She's won a lot of games. South Carolina's won a lot of games with Raven Johnson at the point guard position. Is she the most efficient? Is she the one that you want, that you're depending on to go get you a bucket? No. But do you trust her with the ball in her hands to make the right decisions? Absolutely so. Absolutely so, I gotta say. I think it was cool too. I mean, they gave Malaysia Full Wiley, like she was running the offense a little bit today. We saw that point guard prowess that she has. She didn't have any assists, but her making the unselfish extra passes, I think, showed a lot. Her making an effort to get the ball inside to those bigs. Like Chloe Kitts is playing super aggressive basketball. Chloe Kitts back in her bag. She back in her comp. Like she's playing with confidence. Her and Tina Pow Pow definitely playing with big confidence right now, and that is bad news for the rest of the nation. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. South Carolina, though, looked confident. They were physical today. They crashed the glass. They shrunk the floor. Georgia Moore is one of the best point guards in the country. Probably the best point guard in the SEC. She's giving teams all types of problems in that pick and roll. And South Carolina made things extremely, extremely difficult for her in this contest. So salute to them. And shout out to Texas too, man. I mean, they had a great season. They did beat South Carolina, gave them their only SEC loss. Like, salute to them. They handled their business. They are a really talented team. I think they're going to definitely be in the running, probably be a 1 seed as well. I would imagine they would be a 1 seed. So salute to them. And they are a very deserving team too. And I know they took it hard not getting that 1 seed. But, I mean, you still have a chance to win the tournament title, and that's the main concern. That's the main concern. But, I mean, both two very deserving teams, man. Two very deserving teams on both sides. Both of them had great seasons. Texas was the addition to the SEC we thought they would be. Like, first year in the league coming from the Big 12 and absolutely running the gauntlet pretty much other than South Carolina. Pushing South Carolina to the limit and definitely giving them a run. This might be a rivalry we get used to seeing for years to come, man. Texas brought a lot to the SEC this year, and they deserve their respect.